BC Lions are back on the practice field in Surrey today. It's Tuesday. It's actually been a while since the Lions have had a practice. They had a walkthrough in Montreal last Wednesday before their 38-18 win over the Montreal Alouettes. And following that game, you may be aware, they had a 15-hour flight delay. Their Air North plane, charter plane, had radar problems, forced the team to spend an extra night in Montreal. They finally made it back to Vancouver about 7 p.m. on Friday evening. Their run-through, which is a rundown where the players get the lactic acid out of themselves, that had to be canceled. They've been off for 3 days and now finally back on the practice field. Despite all those inconveniences, the spirits are very high here. As Courtney Taylor noticed, you may not be aware of that name this year, but Courtney Taylor has been a veteran receiver with the Lions before. He went into free agency in February. Nobody picked him up. The Lions didn't sign him. But because of an injury to Nick Moore, who's gone for the season with an ACL tear, the Lions have now reached out to Courtney Taylor, 32 years old, CFL and NFL veteran, has been placed on the practice roster. The other positive news for the Lions, they had up to 5 players missing in the last game with injuries. The fill-ins did a remarkable job. The Lions, in fact, had 6 sacks in the Montreal game. 4 of those players are back on the practice field. David Menard, a defensive end, and nose tackle Mikael Brooks are not practicing yet, but they may be practicing this week. So the Lions are not only taking a winning record into Saturday's game at home here against the Hamilton Ticats, it's their first home game in 37 days. They're also a team that's very, very healthy and now even deeper with the addition of Courtney Taylor.